Welcome viewers to Software a software engineering academy. Today I am going to discuss with you about the critical activities in Primavera P6, that is the basic project level settings. Here I will open Primavera P6 and I will go here in the projects. In the settings you can see the basic setting. Here I have a design project here. So in this project you can see define activities. There are two options. One is total float less than or equal to, you can type here 0 or 8 hour, it's your choice. And the other one is longest path. So whenever you schedule your project you can select these both options. So what are the difference between these both options? I will show you from schedule here. First of all, I will go here in the schedule here, F9, you can press here option. You will see total float is less than or equal to 8 hour is selected right now. I will schedule my project now and I will count my activities by right click here and go in the columns, and where I will find my activity count. So you can count your activities, how many activities you have total. These are activity steps count. So let's find out. These are activity count. Here I will add it activity count here. So these are our total activities, 827 activities. So I will remove this one from group and sort this WBS level to see clearly how many activities are in sequenced. So I will show my grand total from here. Now you can see all activities in sequence. So these are activities. You can see 827 activities are in sequence. Now some activities are green line, some activities are in red line. So I just want to show my red line activities. I will go here in the filter. I will just filter for critical. So how many activities are in red line? Are 89 activities which are in red line, and these having an 8 hour minimum 8 hour float. So you can count these activities are 89. So what is the difference between the longest path? So the activities having a float, something float, will be shown like this one. So the activities are on longest path, or which can be delayed. If they delay and the project will be delayed, so will be shown like this one by filter. And you can go here in the longest path here, and when you apply this one, so you can see the total number of 82 activities right now. So now the activities numbering change because your path is changed. So if you go here in the schedule again and you go in the option, you change your float to, you say 10 days. If you say 10 days minimum float, you want to see that your near critical, how to calculate your near critical, you will say that your 10 days, your total float, you will say yes, schedule now. So whenever now you apply this filter, go here in the filter, and when you apply no critical filter, the number of activity will be changed. So 127 activities right now are on near critical. So also you can increase. So this basic settings for the filter, critical filter, is based on what setting you have done here in your defining your critical activities. So there 80 hour. 80 hour means I have assigned 80 hours to total float to calculate our total float. So if you change settings from here or there, these both settings are linked. This project level setting and also in the schedule setting. Here when you press F9 and option, you change the setting from here. If you change setting from here, longest path, and now go here schedule, and when you go here you will see longest path setting also change. These both settings are collaborate with each other. So the first what we have learned, if you change your float from here, it will change from project level setting also. So I have also shown you the difference between how can you calculate your critical path by different methods by changing float. You can see here the activities having a float less than 0 is also showing, because on, so the activities having a greater float than 0 up to 80 hours are also shown here, and these activities are counting 127 activities, and these are also near critical. So the difference between float and longest path can be shown from this method. So go here in the enterprise and we can go here in the user defined field and we can add here a critical indicator here. Go here, critical indicator, and from here in the text you can go here in the indicator. Why it's removed? Here in the indicator, go here in the indicator. You can see critical indicator now I have created in the user defined field. Now go here in the tools and global change and add a new global change. We have already added and we will just modify this one, and here we will write here critical indicator. So the critical equal to yes here, and now add here parameter critical indicator from here as I add in the user defined field. Critical indicator here. Also now from here I will assign an indicator. This activity is critical. You can see the critical activity indicator is this one, red one. Also you can add here an indicator, this indicator for the green one. So also you can add indicator for longest path also. I will just show you about the indicator which I have created. Modify, okay, press okay, apply changes, yes. So here critical indicator is apply changes, yes. So commit changes and no save log, cross. We will go here in the columns and from here we will add critical indicator column. That one is located in the user defined field, critical indicator. Now at the last this one apply, okay. So this one is indicator created because I have already applied a filter here. I will remove that filter from here, apply okay. So you can see the activities having a float, critical, they are red mark, the other one not green mark. I will go here in the tools and from global change I will go in the educate indicator, modify, we'll say change, yes, okay, commit changes, yes, okay. Now you can see here the other one are marked now, the green and the red. So the green one are this green indicator are non-critical and these one are red one are critical now. So also you can go here, apply in global changes, you can create a critical indicator for just you have to go and modify and you have to change your critical to longest path, and then you can create the same as for the longest path critical. So the same you can create for the longest path and the critical indicator for the float one you can create for both one. So today I have explained you about how can you define out your activities by applying your float, and you can how can you indicate your activities by applying your longest path. So what is the settings from where you can set these settings. So this is over today's content. I will further explain you about the critical path and how many factors you can see in critical path and how can you generate critical path in Primavera P6. So thanks for watching Softudemy. We will meet in the next video with an interesting video and you will learn a lot.